What's going on, everyone? Dare here, and welcome back to another day of Marvel Snap. And oh boy, is it a day to be playing Marvel Snap! It is time for my monthly video where I go through the state of my collection, where I'm currently sitting, and then how I'm using my resources for the coming month and the spotlight caches I plan on spending my keys on. I do want to say thank you to everyone that actually watched my, I guess, ranty video the other day on the series drops. I really do appreciate everyone that commented, everyone that liked, everyone that subbed. It honestly was ironic to me that one of probably my videos that got the most exposure in the community was one of the most negative videos that I've ever put out. I generally try to be upbeat and positive, optimistic about everything, and it just was kind of cracking me up that this one was probably getting the most widespread viewing, and I was probably more negative than I have been in all of my videos combined. So it is what it is. I do want to say thank you for everyone that tuned into it. I was reading through every single comment, and I think it's just the sentiment is across the board on we're kind of all in the same place. I am a little disappointed here that at this point in time, Second Dinner has not really acknowledged all of the negative sentiment. So we will see. I don't know, between me recording this and me posting this video, I don't know if they will. We are coming up on the week of Thanksgiving, so we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what turns out with that. I do want to say that anyone that is stateside, that is celebrating Thanksgiving this week, I hope you have a safe and happy holiday and get to spend a ton of time with your family and friends. And it'll be a good actually escape from the drama that is Marvel Snap at the moment. I do also want to say that I am kind of like a lot of content creators evaluating where I stand with Marvel Snap. I mean, for me, even a week ago, it was not a feasible idea to diversify, and I was mainly going to be, a one game content creator, but then I was going to sprinkle in other things, and I'm starting to realize that's probably not feasible. I can't put all of my eggs in one basket, so I'm open to suggestions. I really am interested in another card game. I know that Rivals is coming out. I definitely will be playing Rivals. I do not know what kind of content I would make around Rivals, though. I have played extensive first-person shooters in my day, played a lot of Overwatch, but I'm definitely going to be checking out Rivals. There also is Bazaar, which I was going to dabble a little bit more in Bazaar, but I really like card games. So I was thinking about checking out Magic the Gathering Online. I think that Runeterra at this point is pretty much dead. I don't know how Hearthstone is looking, but let me know. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are also, checking out other games, what you're doing for card games. Pokemon Pocket is also a really good, I guess, option, but it just doesn't do it for me. I like the collection aspect of it. The gameplay, it doesn't bring me joy. I play a couple games of Pokemon Pocket, and I never am like, okay, just one more. I could squeeze one more game in. I don't ever feel that. To me, it's just feeling like, okay, I'm just doing this to do the event or do missions or whatever. It's just missing something for me, which is unfortunate because I know a lot of people are really enjoying it. But either way, let's not delve too much on that. Let's move on. Let's actually look at the state of my collection and how I'm looking right now. So if you missed the video where I announced that I did become Series 3 complete, and honestly, I lied. It wasn't that I lied, I was misinformed. It wasn't even that I was misinformed. I was actually not Series 3 complete in that video for one reason, and it's a very silly reason, and it was the fact that I did not have Miles Morales unlocked his base card because I had gotten a variant from the season pass. So technically, I was Series 3 complete, but I actually wasn't. I don't know, it seems silly, but I mean, that was the case. I literally was going through, I opened up a collector's reserve and Miles Morales popped out, and I was like, oh, so I wasn't Series 3 complete. It's just kind of funny, but either way, I am officially Series 3 complete now. My level is 5,571. I am sitting on 11 keys right now, which feels really good to be sitting on 11 keys. And on top of it, I think I have 12,000 tokens, so I can get 2 Series 5 cards if I do want so. I did pick up Sage. Sage was the one card that I picked up this month with my tokens. I do really like Sage. She's a fun card, so I have zero regrets there. I'm not sure who I'm going to be spending the other tokens on this week or this month. I'm contemplating Erishim because he just does not seem like he's going away. I know there are a couple cards coming up that there's a couple cards that buff him. There's a couple cards that don't. I'm really contemplating picking up Erishim with my tokens because who knows when he's even going to come back in the Spotlight caches. So that is something that's definitely going through my mind. But other than that, let's kind of dive in. Let's look what the month looks like. Let's actually go take a look at the season pass because I feel like that's something that we all kind of want to talk about anyway. So I think the season pass is a hot topic right now because a lot of people at this point in time are deciding to boycott spending money on Marvel Snap, which I completely understand. I'm probably in that realm right now. I don't know how things are going to change over the next couple of weeks, whether I'm going to decide to get it or not, because I mean, the main issue is that, I mean, content creation is still a big priority for me. I still need to put out videos. I'm not sure whether I'll get the season pass or not. If anything, I may pick it up for $1 with my Samsung coupon, like I've been doing for the past 3 months. But even then, I'm still on the board, or still in the realm of possibly just being like, no, maybe I'm not going to spend money. But I leave that up to every single one of you. I don't blame people if they still do get the season pass. This isn't a witch hunt. We're all on the same team here. We all want the same thing. So I am on the fence on whether I'm going to get Galacta or not. Galacta is a 4/6. Each turn, the first card you play at another location reveals +3 power. I think the only reason that I really want Galacta is she just seems like she'd go well in Surfer. I'm sorry, I'm a slut for Silver Surfer cards because I really don't like Gwenpool in that deck. And I feel like Galacta is literally just Gwenpool but better because you could throw Galacta down a 4 on turn 5, throw down Sarah, and then on turn 6 you could throw down Brood in one lane, Shaw in another, and then Silver Surfer. Brood's gonna pop out being what, a 3/5, so that's pretty freaking sweet. Shaw's gonna get a buff. He's going up to 9, I think 9 power, and then Silver Surfer's gonna go around and buff them all again. I mean, to me, it just seems like a really good Surfer card. So it's really tough to stay strong. But yeah, at this point, I don't know. I don't know. It really depends on, you know, what the response is going to be over the next couple of weeks. Because I mean, at this point, I feel like I'm not expecting anything. I'm not. I think that they're probably just going to stay quiet and hope it goes away. But Galacta does seem like a really good card. So I'm really, really kind of curious to see how she plays out. But okay, let's dive into the Spotlight caches. All right, and of course, we're starting off in week 1. Technically, it's always the last week of the previous month. We have November 26th through December 3rd. We've got Gorr, Havoc, and Legion. I don't honestly know what I'm going to do with Gorr. I mean, he literally just turned over. He is officially live. I think he's going to be a really good card. I don't know if I'm going to chase after him or not. I don't like Havoc. I don't like Legion. I don't have either of them. But I also am not like I need those cards. And I think that's an unfortunate thing with December as a whole, especially with the recent series drops. Almost all the cards but 2 of the supporting cards are Series 4 cards. I usually base my decisions around what the supporting cards are. Like I want, you know, I like, okay, for specific example, last month, I really wanted Thena. So that is a card I know is a strong card. I know that I want her in my collection. That is a week that I chase after. Usually the new cards are up in the air. Everyone can speculate how good they're going to be, but we honestly don't know until we actually get our hands on them. So I don't like chasing after the new cards. I want to chase after the supporting cards, and it makes it really hard in December when all the supporting cards are Series 4 and kind of not worth your resources. Sorry to say. They just aren't. And that's kind of like the week with this week is a perfect example of that. I have zero interest in Havoc or Legion. Should I want them in my collection? Probably. But I mean, unless Gorr is really, really strong, I'm probably, I don't know. I want to say I'm going to pass, but I also am kind of flush on keys right now. And so I may chase after him. Or, you know, if he does end up being really strong, maybe I just get him with tokens. But as of right now, I'm really on the fence with Gorr. This is probably one of those cards that I just kind of wait to see what other content creators kind of do with him, to see if I'm going to actually chase after him or not. It kind of seems like that's usually the case with the final card in every month, because those cards always seem to be either really strong or not. And I think Gore is going to be really strong. I do. A lot in to me, Gore kind of falls in the same realm as Ajax. Most people were pretty down on Ajax when he came out, but he's turned out to be honestly a pretty strong powerhouse. I mean, the entire Affliction archetype can't really run without him. He just is a really, really strong card that I personally skipped on because everyone was like, no, he's going to be bad. I mean, Gore's going to be just another big six, big meaty, points on the board. And I'm just really curious, how high is his ceiling actually? And it really depends on the meta too. So if we're in a strong ongoing meta, he's probably not that great. But if we have a lot of on reveals, like right now against Bounce, I feel like Gore would just be a monster. So on the fence. No idea. I will probably end up getting Gore if he's as strong as I think he's going to be. But you know what? We're going to find out. We're going to find out really quickly because just as I just said, he just came out. So I'm kind of excited what happens with Gore. Excited. All right, the next week we've got December 3rd through December 10th. We've got Luna Snow, Lady Deathstrike, and X23. Luna Snow is a 3/5. On reveal, add an ice cube to each side of this location, and the ice cube is at the start of each turn. Get +1 energy, then destroy this if your side is full here. I really like the mechanic behind Luna Snow. She's like an anti-White Widow. I mean, she just is, and I think she honestly could be really good into playing when your opponent has 3 cards already on one side of the board, or maybe they have that lane full. Could be really, really interesting to play into it when you know they're not gonna get the ice cube. I do really like her from a ramp aspect. I mean, she just kind of seems like Hope Summers, but you don't want to play on her. On Hope Summers lane, you want to keep throwing something in that lane to get the energy. Luna Snow's the opposite of, you don't want to play anything on that lane so you can maintain that energy. I think she's gonna be a really, really cool card. I'm really curious to see what people are going to do with her, because in my mind, you have the shenanigans with White Widow, where you throw out White Widow and throw armor on top of it, and then it doesn't get destroyed. But you don't want to do that to your opponent as well. So maybe the play is Luna Snow into Ice Cube into Red Guardian to punch your opponent's Ice Cube, so they're not getting the ice, or they're not getting the energy, and on top of it doesn't get destroyed. Then that's kind of honestly an interesting interaction. But overall, I do like her. I do not think I'm going to be pulling on this week though. Lady Deathstrike is someone that I don't have her, but I'm also not like I need to have Lady Deathstrike in my collection, and then I already own X23. So unfortunately, I think this is going to be a week that I'm going to pass on, even though I kind of do like what Luna Snow is bringing to the table. But overall, I don't think it's a week for me. Moving on to December 10th through December 17th, we've got Penny Parker, Gladiator, and Sasquatch. Penny Parker is a 2/3. On reveal, add Spider to your hand. When this merges, you get +1 energy next turn. Honestly, I think it's a really cool card. I kind of talked about this a little bit during the data mine, but I do think this is a really, really cool card. I don't know. I feel like it goes great into Bounce, and especially into that Bounce move deck, because Spider is a 3/3 on reveal. Merge with one of your cards here. You can move that card next turn. So you don't necessarily need to move Spider or merge Spider onto Penny. Because I mean, you could do something like turn 1 Human Torch, turn 2 Penny Parker, turn 3 Spider into Human Torch, and then move him. Because then Spider's going to add 3 power to him. That's going to double as soon as it moves. So really, really cool play line, I think. Which, I mean, it just has a lot of options. I think it really, really would do really well in Bounce move, or even on top of it. I mean, not even just Human Torch. I mean, you could put this into Multiple Man, would be very interesting, or honestly, even into Phoenix Force. Maybe she fits really, really well, especially with the plus energy. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where people manage to throw her into, especially considering, I mean, you could probably bounce Penny Parker and then get another Spider, then move something again. like I do. She's a very, very interesting playline. So I do like Penny Parker. Once again, bounce is not an archetype that I'm necessarily good at or have a lot of cards for. So it's not really one that I'm not going to chase after her, but I do like just like the theory crafting around her of the things that she's going to be able to do. So could be a really, really cool card for someone that really likes bounce or move, or those archetypes. Joining her is Gladiator and Sasquatch. Gladiator is I mean, they're both Series 4 cards now. I'm missing Gladiator. I think he's really the only one on this list that I truly do want. I kind of wish I had Gladiator in my collection, but I'm not going to chase after him on this week because of that. So unfortunately, yeah, week 3 is going to be another week that I pass on. And then we got December 17th through December 24th. Happy Merry Christmas to everyone. Actually, this is Christmas Eve. We've got Doctor Doom 2099, Hitmonkey, and Meek. Doctor Doom 2099 is a 4/2. After each turn, add a Doombot 2099 to a random location if you played exactly one card. I think he sounds cool. His Doombot is ongoing. Your other Doombots in Doom have +1. I do really, really like what this kind of brings. I'm excited. I am. I think I'm definitely going to be chasing after Doctor Doom. I mean, he just sounds fun. He just sounds fun. But I am. I'm going on this week. I love Doom. I love Doom as a character. I don't actually utilize Doom the card at all. He was like one of the last Series 3 cards that I unlocked, unfortunately. So overall, I mean, I'm looking for more reasons to play Doom. On top of it, with Hitmonkey and Meek, I think that Meek is a weird card that people think that he's either an extremely good discard card or he's terrible, and I honestly have no idea where he falls. I have heard that some of the game creators at Second Dinner considered Meek to be one of the best statted discard cards, which is very interesting to me. So I don't know. I have no idea. I think that it'd be interesting to play around with. Hitmonkey is definitely on my hit list. I do want Hitmonkey. There's a bunch. I mean, essentially, I mainly want Hint Ducky. I want Hitmonkey primarily for Sarah Control. He is the one card that I'm missing to kind of make that, I guess, the current meta Sarah Control work. So I do want Hitmonkey as well. So this is definitely a week that I'm going after. Hopefully, I can get Doom and Hitmonkey in my first 2 keys, and then call it a day from there, because not really too hot for Meek. All right, and then we've got the actual week of Christmas. We've got December 24th through December 31st. We've got Bruce Banner, Ravonna Renslayer, and High Evolutionary. Bruce Banner is a 2/1. When you end a turn with unspent energy, 25% chance to Hulk out. He sounds fun. Am I willing to gamble my success on that? I mean, 25% chance happens a whole lot to me in Danger Room, so I mean, it's got to work the same for Bruce Banner, right? And it's every turn, so you get him out on turn 2. Theoretically, he should change every game if you get him out on curve. If you don't get him out on curve, but that's also, you can't spend energy. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Bruce Banner. I think he's gonna be a fun card. Is he gonna be a meta defining card that is busted? I don't think so, but you never know. You never know. Especially, you know, a 2/1 that becomes, you know, a 2/12 pretty quickly. I mean, he's gonna surprise all of us, is what I actually think. We also have Ravonna and High Evolutionary. This is a tough week for me. High Evolutionary is literally the next 5 or the next Series 5, I guess, pairing card, whatever cards you want to say, that comes along with Spotlight Caches. Literally, we're not getting another Series 5 outside of the new ones until the week of Christmas, which is wild. I need High Evolutionary. I really want him. I think that's why I'm going to decide when that week comes on whether I'm going to pull for him or not, because I already have Ravonna. I don't need her. Bruce Banner is not like someone that I feel like I need to have as well. So, but I do want High Evolutionary, and it'll probably really depend on how I'm sitting on keys when I get there. Because as of right now, I'm probably going to be okay since I'm not pulling on a lot of these cards. So I may chase after High Evolutionary just to have him. He's also a big bad. He's never going to drop. I might as well pick him up, you know? So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Alrighty, the next week, December 31st through January 7th, we've got the final week of this Spotlight Cash season. And honestly, the final Spotlight Cash of the year. We actually, I think this one technically counts for the next season, but that's fine. We've got Rocket Raccoon and Groot, Celine and Blob. Rocket Raccoon and Groot as a 3/3. You can move this once after your opponent plays a card here. Steal 1 power from it. I think he sounds like a very interesting card. I think he's going to go really well in Affliction decks because, I mean, yeah, stealing 1 power from every card that gets played somewhere is, I mean, that's kind of strong, especially considering if they fill up a lane, you can move him to another one. I think he's a very interesting card, but I'm not going to be picking him up. I'm probably going to regret that because, I mean, honestly, it doesn't sound, after your opponent plays a card here, steal 1 power from it. There's no limitation to that either. I mean, there's stuff like Scream, I think, can only steal from 1 card a turn. He doesn't have that. So the number of cards you play on a lane, he's stealing power from every card that gets laid there, is how I'm reading this. So he does actually, I mean, he could potentially steal a lot of power. So that is definitely very interesting. We also have Celine and Blob this month, or this week. I already have Blob. I don't really play a lot of the decks that Celine would go in. Junk, Clog, Annihilus. So she's not really the top of my list. Blob is actually the only other Series 5 in this time frame as well. I think Blob's fine. He's not as good as he once was. I think Blob really only sees plays in Airshim now. So if you have Airshim and need Blob, I mean, he's not a bad card to snag here. But overall, yeah, I probably won't be going on this week as well. And that is the Spotlight Caches for the month. Let's run through them real quick and actually go through what my plan is for the month of December. Week 1, November 26th through December 3rd, we've got Gore, Havoc, and Legion. I am undecided on, which is wild because it is here, but I'm really just going to see how Gore plays out and what my plans are with him. Week 2, December 3rd through December 10th, we've got Luna Snow, Lady Deathstrike, the next 23. I'm going to be passing. Unfortunately, I do think that Luna looks like a really, really cool card. December 10th through December 17th, we've got week 3. We've got Penny Parker, Gladiator, and Sasquatch. I am also passing on this week. Week 4 with Doom, Dr. Doom 2099, Hitmonkey, and Meek. I am actually spending my keys on, which is actually funny. It's it is the lowest rated week on here. They put stars on here, and it's the lowest rated one for the month. And it's the one that I'm going for. Yeah, whatever. We got week 5, December 24th through December 31st, Bruce Banner, Ravona, and High Evolutionary. Undecided on as well. I probably will end up going on this week because I want High Evolutionary, but at this point in time, I'm not sold on that week yet. And then the final week, week 6, 6 weeks in this time frame. We've got December 31st through January 7th. I mean, technically it is a January Spotlight week, but it is still part of this. It is in December still. We've got Rocket and Groot, Celine, and Blob in week 6, and I will be passing on this week as well. I mean, it is kind of infuriating that we have so many Series 4 cards in December. I mean, it is. I mean, it's extremely unfortunate that we have so many poor supporting cards in this month. I don't know why they decided to do that. So, is what it is. I am really excited about the cards coming in January. There are quite a few weeks that I want to dive into on that, but unfortunately, that is something that we are going to have to wait until the end of December to go through the January spotlights. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I know there is a lot of contention and a lot of frustration right now around in the community. I just really hope that, you know, for the people that are stepping away from the game, I completely understand it. For everyone that's sticking around, there's nothing wrong with that. We do enjoy it. I think it's also good for us to just keep an eye on, you know, how are we supporting them? Like I've said before, you know, nothing speaks louder than money. So especially when coming into, you know, season passes and stuff like that, you know, do what you want to do. If you want to get the season pass, that's fine. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If you decide not to and you want to boycott it, you know, that's great too. you know, do what's best for you. We'll see what their kind of response is to the community, and I'm hoping it's good. I hope they have some sort of response to us quickly, and rather than just, you know, shoving it under a rug and hoping it goes away by the, you know, the beginning of next year. But either way, I really, you know, appreciate once again everyone's support. Thanks for watching my videos. Thank you for the likes and the subs. Hit that like button if you did enjoy this. Hit that subscribe button for more of my content. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day and check you later.